okay. So we are in a different place at this point. I'm upstairs because the dog is here, and yeah. So we are doing a 24-hour readathon. Just to start off this November month, I need to read a lot. And I don't know if it's possible because I have some really long books to try and get to, and also, you know, reading a lot physically. Will I be able to do everything every day? I don't know, but I really hope so. So, what I have currently started, and we are currently 22 hours in and 57 minutes. That's what we have left. So I listened to this book around for an hour. So the one that I have started with is this one, Wings of Shadow. So, Wings of Shadow. And this is the third book in the Crown of Feathers series. And yeah, I finished the second one yesterday and give it 3 stars. It's fine. I mean, I just feel like I don't love this series, but it's good. You know, it's not that I don't like it. It's interesting. And I don't know. I mean, we still have 6.5 hours left of this. And I feel like that might become a problem. Just finishing off everything will just overall become difficult because obviously I only have like a few hours, not a few hours, I still have quite a lot, but you know, overall I still have I don't want to try and read every single hour that I'm awake because that's not possible. But yeah, it's difficult when the books are really long. So yeah, I am going to continue on reading this, listening to this, and then we will have to see what the time is. But I kind of need to start with some of the physical books also, just because obviously I need to get to those as well. So I don't really have a plan. The plan is to just try and get to as many hours as I can and see how quickly can I, you know, finish off these 24 hours. Because I'm not sure, to be honest. It really depends. I have a few things that I need to get done on Saturday. Like, I am going to spend some time with a few friends. So that will like take a dent into my day. It's not that long, but you know, that means that the afternoon will probably be spent with friends and not reading. So that might be difficult. And you know, the thing is, to finish off all the books that I kind of want to finish, I need to read or listen to 2 audiobooks a day, and that's a lot. This one is, I have a few ones that are especially long, and that will make it really difficult to get to kind of what I need to get to. So I will at least focus on this one for today. Will I be able to finish off 2 audiobooks today? Probably not, but we'll just have to see kind of how long I am able to, you know, get to things. And yeah, definitely need to read some physically because I have a lot of series that I need to get going with. So yeah, that's kind of what we are doing. We are doing a 24-hour readathon. And yeah, I will film like throughout, and we will see how much and far I will be able to get to. minutes left, and yeah, so I read like 8 hours almost today, which is a lot. And yeah, so I read so much today. I finished off 2 books, started 2, so yeah, let's talk about it before I go to bed. And I am so tired, my brain is so tired too. So we can start off with the first audiobook, and that is Hearts of Shadow, which you will have seen me started to talk about. And basically this is the 3rd book in the Crown of Feathers series. So this is the final book in this trilogy. I gave it 3 stars. Now, it's probably like a high 3 stars, because overall I really did enjoy this. And yeah, it was really good. And yeah, definitely kept me invested until the end. And that's not something that every book do. So yeah, overall a great start. And that means that we have finished a series already, which is awesome. And that also means that in this, let's see if I can find the, for anyone who saw my daily vlogs, I made this list basically with series I want to finish off this year, and this is all of them. I finished off 2, so I finished off Bridgerton's and Crown of Feathers now. So I have to say I am kind of tempted to finish off Ashes to Ashes tomorrow, just because then I am done with that. So I think that is going to be what I will be reading tomorrow for the hours that I need to. So yeah, that was kind of my, let's call it my long audiobook. So I kind of have set off that I am going to read 1 long and 1 short audiobook every day. And now when I say long, it doesn't need to be really, really long. I have a few ones that are extremely long. But yeah, it should be fine. So that is kind of what the first one. Then let's take the next one. That is Sidetracked, and basically this is the 2nd book in this series. The first one was The Risk, and this one is basically about a serial killer dating a detective who is looking for the killer but doesn't understand that it's her. So it's mind-blowing, really, really mind-twisting. And basically this is, what to say, I give it 3 stars. Now, they are really, really interesting. However, they are so short that I am not like 100% invested in them yet. These are not for everyone. These are really, really dark, and they end on cliffhangers. So technically I want to continue on with this series, like now. But I am going to continue on tomorrow, basically. And yeah, it's so good. I have to say it's it's mind twisting, and yeah, I keep on losing things. It's just getting annoying. So, what else to say? I don't think there kind of is anything else to say. Because, yeah, overall, it's a really, really good series. But it's not a favorite. They are novella length. I should say that. They are novella length, and yeah, I am usually more invested in normal ones. But let's face it, if this one had been like one long story, I don't know. I think it probably would have been a 3 stars than 2. Just because, yes, they are really good, but they're not a new favorite, you know. And then for my ebook, I have decided to go with Lola and the Boy Next Door. And basically, what to say? I've just decided to go with this just because this one, the Anna and the French Kiss series, it's not like the one that I am most excited to read. Let's just call it that. I'm not like super like happy about reading this. So yeah, 60 pages a day, probably a little bit more. Just because I try to like get finished with that chapter because that is so much easier. So yeah, and then for my physical book, I chose A Dawn with Wolf Night, and I don't really know. So I am on this one 166 pages. So I need 160 every day, or now it's a little less. Let's just say that, but I have said 160 because that makes things so much easier that I read a little bit more than I need to. Because then I might finish off a little bit before the year is over, which would be great. But yeah, A Dawn with the Wolf. This is the last one as of now for Married to Magic. And I don't really know how I feel about this yet. I have to say, the Wolf King, hate him. He is trash. So yeah. Next time, I'm curious, but also not. I am really curious as to if it will make me like this, because I have to say, I have not been super interested in reading, kind of picking it up, and I don't know, because I usually end up liking them more than I maybe would have thought. But yeah, it's just a little weird to, just because in the beginning I extremely loved the first 2. I loved the first 2, and after that I still really like them, but not as much. But yeah, now that was my 15-hour. I am not read for a 15-hour, 8-hour mark. If I read for 8 more hours more, I doubt that I will do that. Let's just say that. Maybe, but possibly not. I mean, I have also one extremely long book that I kind of also should read, but I don't think I have time tomorrow. I don't have that much time tomorrow. Okay, so yeah, second day. I just need to get this one. Let's just see. So I have 9 hours and 42 minutes left. So I still have quite a while to go. And tomorrow, I don't know if I will finish it tomorrow or not. I mean, 10 hours is a lot. I'm just putting it out there. And like the longest, I have 3 really, really long books. And all of those are on Everend. And I've listened to what I can. I get the next one on the 19th. And I just feel like one thing I don't like about Everend is that they kind of are like advertising for like as many audio, as many books as you like, but it's not. It's 3 popular audiobooks, and then you have to wait a month, or not always a month, but a lot of the times a month. So I need to wait on the 19th, when I think that is when I, pay it again. I can't believe it's that. But yeah, it's kind of boring because I don't usually read a lot of ebooks. I have one on the go at this point, but it's just I don't really read a lot. So yeah. So I have. They're not super long. Those that I can listen to at this point, which is not a problem. Sometimes I really wish that I could just listen to one like the long audiobook, but yeah. I think the next like long one I've listened to is probably 11/22/63. But it's just a while to go. So then I write down Ashes to Ashes. Yeah, so the audiobook, the long audiobook, let's call it that. The first thing I can is show you this. So all is done, all is good. That's great. So for my first book of the day, I listened to Ashes to Ashes, which is the third book in the Burn for Burn, Fire with Fire. You can see how well this is going. The Burn for Burn series. So that one is there and it's done. So yeah, let's just say that it has been good. I just have to say that it has been good to finish that off. So I give this 2 stars. So I just felt like, yeah, I didn't like it. It was not the kind of series I expected to get to when I basically started the series, and like not in a great way. So it didn't end up being what kind of I wanted it to be. So I gave 2 stars. There was just a lot of things that I just ended up not liking with this. And yeah, kind of boring, but that's just life. That's just how it ends up. And yeah, I just feel like, yeah, it wasn't my cup of tea. But now I didn't fully love The Samurai Shirt Turned Pretty either. So let's get how that went. And then I listened to Scarlet Angel. This is the third book in the series that I'm currently in. The first one in this series is The Risk. Then yesterday I listened to Sidetracked and now Scarlet Angel. So this is, I don't really know what to say about this, honestly. Like, it's definitely a dark series, and yeah, overall it's really interesting, to see. So this series, I will finish this up in 2 days. So yeah, it's short. It's like an hour once I scale it down to how quickly I am reading it. So yeah, overall it's great, to get done and through this. It's now I give them 3 stars just because they are good, but I don't have like fully, let's call it, a connection with the characters in this. I don't feel truly like connected with it yet. So that's just kind of how we are vibing with everything. So that's kind of where we are with audiobook. I am like 120 something pages into Lola and the Boy Next Door. So this one is like 400 and so pages, almost 400 pages. So overall, it's good. So, and then I have also read more in this, and I am 334. So I was supposed to get it with 320. So for tomorrow, I will finish off this book. And right now, it's starting to get much more interesting, and that's great. So I am, just interesting. Can't wait to see how this ends, and just because super curious, really curious as to how this one will continue on for the next 100 and so pages. So okay, that was kind of what I have done today. I think that I am going to start. So basically what I have chosen is to, get to books, like finish series after each other. So that's kind of why I am continuing on with this series, to finish off this series. And then I think the next one I will read is What He Always Knew, so I can get to What He Never Knew. And then I will obviously continue on with the next one in the short series I am on, All the Lies or something. So that's great. And then so Best Kept Secret is the next one in kind of the long ones. They are not long, but they are longer than like an hour or two. and then What He Never Knew, and then we're done with that. And then I don't really know. I haven't really sat down and thought, what am I going to read? I have kind of planned that. First, I'm going to read this, and then I will go over to something that is not fantasy, and then back to fantasy, just so I can just make things easier for myself, because I don't like reading fantasies back to back to back to back. I will read a series and then go over to another series, so I think the next one will be the Themis Files with Waking Gods and Only Human, which will be the next read. And I will probably need to start Waking Gods tomorrow. So I should have been done, but I'm not. I have around 5 hours left, so I will finish it off tomorrow. So now I have finished quite a lot. I have finished 3 books. So we are doing really, really well. So I am 180 pages-ish into Lola. And yeah, it's fine. And then I finished off What He Doesn't Know, What He Always Knew. It's confusing. What He Always Knew. And What He Always Knew is the second book in a series. And basically, it's about this girl called Charlie. And basically, she is struggling in her marriage. And then at school, basically a childhood friend and crush of hers begins, and she starts having an affair with him. And then, just because the husband, he has kind of neglected the relationship. So she feels sad. And yeah, so basically now she needs to decide who she's going to stay with. Did I particularly love who she stayed with? No. But yeah, it's just, yeah, so I give it 3 stars. Just because I don't feel like I can be I hate cheating, because I knew what I was getting myself into. So we have 1 book left in this series that I currently don't remember the name of. The last book will be What He Never Knew, and yeah, don't really know what that is about. To be 100% honest, don't know. So, yeah. And then I finished All the Lies, which is the 4th book. In the first book is The Risk. So yeah, 3 stars. I feel like this is going to be a 3 stars. Now this is a really interesting story. I have to say, it's really, really interesting, and definitely something that I am going to continue with. The last one is painted all red, so I can't wait to see how this ends, just because this is such an interesting story. So yeah, and then I put it back. Not sadly, but sadly. That was Dawn with the Wolf Knight, and I gave it 4 stars. So I ended up liking it more than I kind of expected, because I didn't know kind of how things would go, if I would vibe with it or not. But I vibed with it more than I thought I would. So yeah, that was kind of what I have been reading as of late. And then after I finished my physical book, I needed to pick up something else, and I feel like I'm going to say one thing that I feel like is making things easier to kind of get into the next book is actually to start it. Just, you don't need to read much, but start it, just so you have started the book and kind of know what is coming. And I needed to do that anyways, so I started Faking Gods, and I'm not far into it. I am 22 pages in, so not far, but so far it's interesting. A little confusing, definitely, but interesting. So yeah, I don't think there's anything else to say. So I'm going to let you go, and yeah, I will talk tomorrow, where will probably finish two more books and 2 more series, which is great. That has been my goal for these last 2 months, is to finish off series, and that is going great. Okay, so let's just end the vlog because I have finished all 24 hours. And yeah, I have finished 2 more books. So the first one was well, it's more like what I can never remember. What He Never Knew. And this is the 3rd book in the, yeah, whatever series that I don't remember the name of. So basically, we are following Reese of the aftermath of the last book. So yeah, 3 stars. Liked it, but it's not like, I don't feel like this is a favorite series just because it's just not my favorite, no. And then yeah, so 3 stars. I liked how it ended. Like that he kind of got his happy ending too. So then I finished Painted All Red, and this is the last book in the Mind Something series. Yeah, I'm gonna give this 3 stars. Overall, I really did like this series. It's not like my new favorite thing, but it was really interesting, and I kind of like the ending. So yeah. So I have finished quite a lot of books, and I am really great that I have been able to. And then I am like a little bit over halfway through Lola and the Boy Next Door, and I am currently 190 pages into Waking Gods, which I just want to say that it has been going really, really well with my reading. Now, obviously, you will probably not see as many videos in November just because I feel like I need a break to kind of collect myself. So yeah, kind of like just relax, but you still will get like possibly a video. I will do a video a week, but I don't think I will do more than that just because I need a break. Definitely need a break. But yeah, that was it for this 24-hour timed reading challenge. So yeah, hope you like this video, and I will see you next time for another video. Bye!